31st August 2017. Dear Anjum, how are you? I hope you are doing well along with the entire ministry in Jannat guest house. I hope you still remember me 6 months after my disappearance from Delhi. I know it is easy to forget people who go to prisons or the otherworldly worlds. Life outside on the earth has to go on. I have been thinking of writing to you for the last 2 months. I couldn't figure out for myself clearly what all I should write to you. But as days and months slip by in my solitary cell, I find that no one is interested any longer in reading my letters and responding to me. I would have written to you as one of my best friends, but indications from your latest life show that you are getting busier and busier with your team ever growing. I suddenly felt that you were the only person who would really take my letters seriously and do something concretely for my freedom. When this dawned on me, I had no doubt that I should write to you. Hence this letter. Then another problem rolled out like a boulder in front of my eyes. In what language should I write to you? I know it is ridiculous to write to you in English, but what can I do? I don't know the language you know well. One of the biggest blunders I committed in my life was not to learn Urdu. I tried to learn Urdu when I was in this very under cell as an under trial prisoner in 2 spells in 2014 to 2016. I seriously tried to correct my mistake in life, but I could not really become proficient in the language to write the letter on my own, with bail orders that pushed me out and in again into self-playing with my life. The prison authorities allow me to write letters either in Hindi or in English. I don't know how to write in Hindi though. I managed to read in the language. I am not allowed to write in my mother tongue as there is no one in this prison staff to censor my letters in Telugu. Therefore, I am not fortunate enough to write to my love in Telugu. She can appreciate my letters only if I write to her in our mother tongue. She also wants to write letters to me in our language, but again, they are not allowed. We use auntie tongue or uncle tongue. Finally, I decided to write to you as well in our great legacy of colonial aunties tongue. I hope Janab or Tilo, the Ustaniji, or Dr. Azad Bharatiya will read this letter for you and interpret it in Urdu without missing a single word of mine. I sincerely feel awkward to write to you about my deteriorating health condition. You must have already come to know about my failing health and serious ailments totaling 20 now. Earlier, the High Court of Mumbai counted them as 19 when I was granted bail on medical grounds. The count was accurate at the time. But in the last 2 years, I acquired one more ailment called sleep apnea. The doctor in Hyderabad who discovered this new ailment in my body advised me to insert my nose into a machine that pumps air into my throat, opening it all the time. I tried that in Hyderabad hospital, but totally failed to sleep throughout the night. I won't go into all earlier 19 ailments here because Vashanta must have sent a WhatsApp message and FB post to Saddam Hussein. Vashanta and Muralidharan had already submitted a detailed report on my health condition to NHRC and it was later circulated. I know you don't like to use WhatsApp or Facebook, but I'm sure Saddam must have shown you those details on his smartphone. Janab must have translated every detail in Urdu for you. These days, I'm so conscious of my severe ailments that I tend to write about them elaborately to anyone who might choose to write letters. I sound to myself these days very much like my maternal grandmother's younger sister. She used to talk about her health issues for 5 to 6 hours to any visitor in our childhood. We used to run away from her, but she survived well into her 90s, though she started complaining about certainly more than 19 or 20 ailments for over 5 decades. I hope I inherit her qualities and ultimately acquire the legacy. Though my ailments of very severe nature sounds ridiculous when I go complaining about them, but they are real, believe me. Now you have been living in a graveyard. I am in a cell called Anda cell in a prison far away from the dignified society, the dunya. Both of us are banished from the larger society. Ironically, both of us love the larger society. However, there is this main difference in our conditions. You are absolutely free. But we are told all fundamental freedoms, including newly born right to privacy, have reasonable restriction legally ordained on them. However, you seem to enjoy unlimited freedoms without these restrictions. I am absolutely unfree. totally living in a prison within a prison. There are no reasonably delimited freedoms ordained by law for me. I am treated as a convicted terrorist under 5 sections of the FAMHOUSE UAPA. No, I forgot. I am not treated as one. I am really convicted as one. You enjoy absolute freedoms and happiness that rest of the humanity lost centuries ago. You are a unique human being in the history of human society. That is the reason why I ask you to work for my freedom. Who else can be the befitting person to campaign for my release? I am also sure that you will definitely take up my cause. Before I end this letter here, I have a special request to you. If you happen to meet our common friend, Miss A. Roy, please do convey to her my greetings. My friends in Hyderabad have been looking for her to launch a book I translated personally 2 years ago. Please inform her that she should find time to go there and release the book. I hope you will also go there for the release of the book, for the release of Dr. G.N. Before I forget, my love to Miss Udaya Jivin. With lots of love, G.N. P.S. Convey my greetings to Tilo, Janab, Saddam, Shaida, Nimo, Dr. Azad Bharatiya and all other Jannat House guest house.